mean, you didn't close tonight. That's obviously going to be a story. I mean,
it's all good. These guys played great. He played great. PP, Jonathan. At the end of the day, winning trumps all.
Is this an adjustment period for you a little bit? I mean, he's done it in a few games, obviously.
Yeah. Kidding me? Go from one of the best players. It's hard for anybody. I'll be honest with you.
For a while now, it's been obvious that the Golden State dynasty is over. However, one thing that has been more obvious is that Klay Thompson's time with the Warriors is up, and it appears the shooting guard may have just confirmed it. Klay Thompson's time's up. For a player known for his sharp shooting, ability to stretch the floor, and solid defense, 34-year-old Klay Thompson was a shadow of himself this season, and without a doubt, a shadow of himself these past few seasons. If you need any more proof than his performance against the Sacramento Kings in the first round of the NBA play-in tournament should be enough.
Curry had a quick 5 to start this third quarter. Thompson shakes Murray. Thompson in and out. Coach, you can't buy one. Murray with a back tap, but Curry's got it. Curry now pushes it. Scoops one to Thompson. They need it badly. Thompson misses again. He is old.
The five-time All-Star played 32 minutes in a must-win game and shot 0% from the field, missing all 10 of his attempts. Unfortunately, many Warriors and NBA fans saw it all coming. The four-time NBA champion's decline has been nothing but quiet and steady, and this is despite averaging 17.9 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 2.3 assists this season. Klay Thompson shot 43.2% from the field and 38.7% from behind the three-point line in 2023-2024. He attempted at least 9 three-pointers per game, but only made 3.5. To put things in perspective, Thompson made 41.9% of his attempts from deep in the first 8 years of his career. So, for someone who was once considered one of the best three-point shooters in NBA history, this was disappointing. I mean, this season, he had to come off the bench for the first time since his rookie season. And despite scoring 35 points and hitting 7 three-pointers, the decision to bench him was the right one. And so was his transition to a lesser role throughout the season. He's got 10 single-digit games in the 2023-2024 season, including 2 three-point games where he played 26-plus minutes, one against the Dallas Mavericks and another against the Los Angeles Lakers. Klay Thompson, despite his 6'6" frame, 6'9" wingspan, and high release, does not appear to be capable of creating the space he used to for his jump shots. Watch how he couldn't shake Luguent's Dort against the Oklahoma City Thunder, eventually leading to a transition opportunity with an alley-oop to Shea.
They're looking efficient early. There's a block. SGA getting a piece of it. Wallace, the lob. Gilgeous-Alexander, the throwdown.
Unfortunately, his numbers aren't the only thing that's falling. His defense has also suffered. According to Paul Pierce, a Hall of Fame shooting guard, Klay was one of the best two-way players at one point in his career. But now, as he gets older, these defensive assignments with these young stars are tough. He must guard Devin Booker and Jaylen Brown. He's got to guard these cats. When you have the miles at that age, it's tough. With Klay Thompson as the defender, opposing players in the 2023-2024 season were shooting 45.6%, which climbs to 62.1% when they attempt from less than 6 feet, and remains 55.5% when they take it from less than 10 feet. Watch Klay's defense on this possession.
He'll find it. Captain Klay. Draymond made George give it up. Powell carried on to lay it in.
Scenes like this against Darius Garland were more common this season.
He's running back to midcourt, turns on a dime, and launches a 25-footer.
When you see him when he's working out by himself, he's shooting all these off-balance shots with Darius Garland.
Or this against Jaden McDaniels.
Not easy for the Warriors when they're dealing with all this size last night and tonight. Jaden McDaniels, an opportunity, second chance points-wise for Minnesota.
And if there's a reason the Warriors finished 10th seed, it's defensive plays like this. Klay Thompson, no doubt, would be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. He's one of the greatest shooters of all time, and at his prime, he was also an all-defense wing on the other end. But he's no longer that guy. His time at the top, unfortunately, is up, which is sad for such a player. An illustrious career. If there's one thing, we can all agree that Klay Thompson not being who he used to be has nothing to do with age, but his back-to-back injuries.
Thompson running the floor, and a foul. And Thompson grabs his left knee.
A ruptured left ACL in the NBA Finals and a torn right Achilles saw Klay Thompson miss 2 NBA seasons in a row. And, if we're being honest, it's been downhill since then. And while he looks like he has barely 2 years left in his NBA career, the shooting guard has had a Hall of Fame career in the league. 4-time NBA champion, 5-time All-Star, 2019 NBA All-Defensive Second Team, 15,000 plus points, and 6th all-time in three-pointers made. I mean, who could forget the 60 points in less than 30 minutes against the Indiana Pacers? A game where he dribbled just 11 times. Anyway, he has an amazing career in the NBA, and while he wants to end his career as a one-team player like Kobe and Dirk, there's a chance he might not have that luxury. I would love to be a Warrior for life. Whatever happens though, I've got a few more years to play this game, so I'm going to enjoy every second. I realize that I see light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm not sure if I want to play until I'm 40, man. That sounds really exhausting, Klay Thompson said about his contract situation. This offseason, Klay Thompson is a free agent. He's the only member of the Warriors' celebrated core whose contract situation has not been resolved. Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green have all resolved their contract situations. Last summer, the Warriors reportedly offered the shooting guard a 2-year, $48 million contract deal, but Klay declined. Just last year, Klay made $43.2 million alone, but it seems the Warriors might be looking to cut that figure in half if they plan to keep him. Unfortunately, with the way he's playing right now, they could let him go to maximize youngsters like Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski. So, in the coming days, we might be looking at the other end of the Splash Bros leaving the Warriors, leaving many NBA fans to wonder, where's his next stop? Where will Klay Thompson be playing next season? Next stop? Going 0 for 10 in a must-win game was horrible, even by Klay standards. And with the star shooting guard set to become a free agent this offseason and his starting spot stolen by rookie Brandon Podziemski, there are chances Klay Thompson will be leaving the Golden State Warriors. This leaves the question, where's his next team? Klay Thompson obviously won't command another max contract in his current state, but the market is all set up for him to get a solid deal. Grayson Allen recently re-signed with the Suns for $70 million over 4 years, establishing a market for shooters priced around $20 million per year. With Grayson Allen out of the market, Klay has less competition in free agency, and with Malik Monk's injury, he has even less competition this offseason, which has 7 teams looking for $20 million or more in cap space. So far, there has been one team that has been heavily linked to the 5-time All-Star, the Orlando Magic. The Magic have access to more than $45 million in cap space. This last season, they placed 29th in three-pointers and 22nd in offense. It is the perfect fit for Klay Thompson, not to mention that their number 3 ranked defense is more than capable of compensating for his declining defensive ability. They just had a decent playoff run against the Cleveland Cavaliers and could very well use Klay Thompson's experience. Markelle Fultz and Gary Harris, 2 key players on the squad, are ready to enter unrestricted free agency. Joe Ingles has an $11 million team option. Isaac's $17.4 million salary is not guaranteed. If the Magic so desires, they can create a maximum salary slot. They can also operate above the cap, so nothing prevents them from adding Klay Thompson if they truly want the veteran on their roster. However, where does all of this leave the Golden State Warriors? Dynasties come to an end, and with Klay set to quit, where does this leave the Golden State Warriors? What's next for the Golden State Warriors? Golden State Warriors owner Joe LaCob has since mentioned that his preferred plan for next season would be to avoid the luxury tax entirely. Their expected tax line for next season is $172 million, and the Warriors now have only about $134 million committed in salaries for next season. It is, however, important to mention that it only accounts for 8 players. Their tax line does not account for impending free agents Klay Thompson, Chris Paul, Kevon Looney, or Guy Santos. And with a season like they just had, a rebuild is necessary. It's going to be hard finding a trade partner for Wiggins after the season he just had, or Draymond given his disciplinary issues. And both stars are some of the highest paid, so the Warriors need all the money they can to kickstart the rebuild. It will be an offseason full of uncertainty. Unfortunately, though, one thing is certain. This will be the end of Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Klay Thompson in the Bay Area. And with this being the end of Klay Thompson's era, some NBA fans have been quick to share their opinion. One user commented, "Klay Thompson is not worth $20 million a year anymore. He's barely worth $12 million at the clip he's playing at. And there's nobody in their right mind going to give up any pieces for him." Another user commented, "I can see Klay playing as a third option with the Mavs, Lakers, Miami, and 76ers. If he wants to play another 5 to 6 years, he needs to humble himself and take a pay cut. He's definitely worth 20 to 25 million yearly if he can get back his shooting to 47% field goal, 40% three-point, and play smart defense. But no team will ever sign him to a long-term deal outside of the GSW." If you enjoyed this video, the next video on your screen is worth your time.